Welcome to the Global Pulse, a short video series where our experts break down a trending topic in international business and why it matters to you.
The Global Pulse this week asked me to comment on the situation of my country, Argentina, which is actually quite surprising to all of us, economists, non-economists, Argentines and non-Argentines. We had three candidates to elect as potential presidents, one from the Peronist Party, which is the ruling party, the other from a center-right position, which would be the most investor-friendly, and the party that in principle would defend institutions and democracy in the most credible way. And then a third candidate, which is new, which The Economist defines as anarchist liberal, who has a background in economics, but what truly appeals, I think, to the electorate about these new candidates that suddenly became very popular, and his name is Javier Milei, is that he expresses the need to reset the country, change everything as it has been going on so far. And I think that's appealing to the frustrated voter that sees a country that is not working and has not been working and has been paralyzed for a long time. And so without really thinking very much of what he is actually saying, that not everything actually makes sense. So for instance, he's proposing to close the central bank. These radical views appeal to a very frustrated voter that feels that nothing works. So we had, the surprising part was that out of the three candidates, the Peronist Party won. And the Peronist Party right now is ruling the country with an inflation rate of 138%. So people from abroad are saying, how is it possible that voters are not penalizing this? And my only explanation for this is that those voters are people that are living on social plans, that in a way it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that that's creating inflation and fiscal deficit. But it's a way of doing politics that seems to work, right? So you keep your base happy with social plans and, they're going to vote for you. At the other end, what, several newspapers are voicing is that it's quite depressing as well that the mid-center-right voter, Patricia Bullrich, which was the only one I feel that maybe has some hope of changing investor expectations and willing to invest in the country again, was the one that did worst. Okay, and not quite surprisingly, actually, based on polls and information already, Javier Milei, the anarchist economist, far-right candidate, this new candidate with actually no true political party backing him up, got 30% of the votes. So now these two parties are going on ballotage. The ballotage is on November 19th. And the worrying part is that this month is going to be dramatic for the country. This degree of uncertainty, the amount of inflation, the exchange rate ramping up daily, and businesses really not being able to understand what to do and waiting, right? This option value of waiting to invest is, if anything, very true in this situation. Everyone is really on standstill, wondering what's going to happen 1 month from now, especially the private sector. What's going to happen is a matter of debate. Essentially, it depends on what this middle right party is going to do. The former supporters of Patricia Bullrich are going to do, and how they're going to support the two alternative candidates. But at this stage, the situation of the country is dramatic. Inflation is insane. And the most popular candidate, which is the Peronist candidate, is it's probably the one that is going to do less in the future to do reforms, although nobody knows exactly what he's going to do when he takes power, but it seems that the country is in a standstill, and especially the private sector is very, very, very affected by this situation.